Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lena. So if you're new here, I do a variety of things, mostly cooking. I started this channel so that my kids could have a place to go and get their favorite recipes. And some of my recipes are actually handed down from my mom, who was my grandparent and raised me. And they were passed down from her mom. So today though is a little different. I'm going to do an unboxing of some emergency kit food that we got. If you haven't seen our video on the first one we got, I'll put it over here in one of these areas because I'm still learning this stuff to click if I know how. If not, it'll be in the description. So as we all know, we had a food shortage during the pandemic, and we just don't want to have that anymore. We have hurricanes and tornadoes and stuff where we live in the South, and so it doesn't have to necessarily be for a pandemic. It can be for any of those emergency situations. This time I decided to go to Amazon and try the Augason farms. This is not going to be a cooking one to see how it tastes. You can always go to more YouTube videos. There's plenty of people out there that is going to taste and try the food and let you know. So we have looked at all that stuff. I don't want to open it because it is for an emergency, and there's no sense in trying things and tasting it and then have to keep replenishing because I'm doing these taste tests. Let's get started. As you can see some of these things that I got, but I'm getting ready to show you exactly what I got. So let's take a look. I just want to say I am so aggravated. So I have my camera turned around so I couldn't see the screen, and I guess my SD card was full and I didn't realize, and I filmed the whole thing, the unboxing and everything, and I don't have it. So you missed the part where it took probably 30 minutes to get into the actual container. It's not easy in an emergency situation, especially if I was all by myself. I mean, it takes a long time, and you can actually Google or actually YouTube and watch other people struggling to get into this thing, and it takes even men, takes a very long time. So what I had to do, once I ripped the top, you know, of the little things that hold it on, I mean, I had a back of a hammer, I had screwdrivers. I ended up, how I finally got it was the back of the hammer and a butter knife, and I just kind of held it up and just kind of worked my way around, and even that took a while to get it open. So it is definitely sealed very well. Let me just go over again this. You'll see on here, I'll give you a little close-up of what all is supposed to come in here. And then on the back of the container, it breaks down the nutritional value of each. Now, just so you know, I would assume that I'm not going to get everything that is on here. So they just put in here what they actually have of, so you might not get one or a couple, and then you'll get a lot of extra stuff of some other flavor, but you will get the servings. So you'll still have the servings, and this says it's 1,854 calories a day, 46 grams of protein a day, and 307 servings. This is for one person for 30 days. It's my husband and myself, so this would last us 15 days. If you had a family of 4, then you would divide that serving by 4, and then you will get how long this will last for your family, and so on. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it reverse. Since I already did the unpacking, I'm going to reverse it and stick it back in the bucket, and you'll still see. I really wish you could have seen how I was trying to get into this thing, because it was hilarious. There was a few cuss words. It was not fun. I worked up a sweat. I was breathing heavy. I was highly, highly aggravated. So let's go backwards and put it back in the container. Okay. Creamy chicken flavored rice. And this one is 240 calories for a third of a cup. And these packets serve 8. So I'll count how many packets I have of these as I put it in. So that's 1. So I have 6 of the chicken flavored rice. Next we have creamy potato soup. It's 8 servings, 220 calories for 1/3 cup. Now that's dry. All this is dry. So when you make it, it says this one is 1 cup. I think that one's a 1/2 cup, which I'm like, who eats a 1/2 cup? I mean, 1 cup's a little better, but a 1/2 cup really? But I guess because, you know, you're just getting by with the minimum amount that you can eat and conserve. And I will say, it sounds like I would lose a lot of weight if I actually ate these. Might be a good option just for weight loss. So we have 6 of the creamy potato. I don't know if I'm gonna fit it back in here because it's kind of fluffed up. Cheesy broccoli and rice. And this one is 250 calories for 1/3 cup dry, makes 3/4 of a cup, and 8 servings per container. So let's see how many we have of these. I think I have the most of these. So that's 10 of those, and look, I'm pretty much at the top. I have a bunch more to go, so I don't know if it's gonna fit. Might have to stomp on it. We will see. So next is we have cheese powder. So that's kind of like the cheese. Oh, I got to show you this. I haven't showed you that yet because I'm doing it in reverse, which was the first thing I showed you. So cheese powder, and I have more of this, so I'm getting ready to show you that. And this is good for, you know, if you want some cheese to flavor your stuff. Though it's not the healthiest, it's kind of like Kraft macaroni and cheese. But, you know, processed is processed. I don't like a lot of processed, but when you get hungry, you know, you're going to have to do what you got to do. I can't afford the organic kind. They're really expensive. This bucket here, I'll tell you that at the end, how much this costs. So this was rather affordable for as much as you're getting. So we got the cheese packet. The next thing is maple brown sugar oatmeal. 120 calories for 1/4 of a cup dry, and it makes 1/3 of a cup prepared, and 10 servings in this bag. So we've got 1. We have 6 of those. I don't know how I'm going to fit them all in here. So now we have elbow macaroni, and it is cheese because I looked at the ingredients and it does have cheese. It is 160 calories for 1/3 of a cup. It makes 2/3 cup, and you get 7.5 servings. So we have 1, 2. They don't give you much macaroni and cheese. Moo milk alternative. So here's some dry milk. So we have 70 calories for 2 tablespoons and 20 servings per container. And it actually tells you how to do the milk on here. So we have 1 and 2 of those, and I'm completely full. I really got to figure out how to get this stuff back in here. So maybe it wasn't a good diet. Maybe it wasn't a good diet. Maybe it wasn't a good diet. I cannot talk today. So maybe it was not a good idea to unpack this. But I wanted y'all to see a different brand of how it comes, what it looks like, and what you're getting. Banana chips. So you get a little bit of fruit, a little bit of snacks in here. And this is a 1/2 cup dry, which banana chips are dry anyway. And it's 8 servings. So we have 1. It's not fitting. 2 banana chips. Oh my gosh. But we are on the last thing, and we'll see. I don't think I'll get the lid on. Hearty vegetable chicken soup mix. So it's 200 calories for 1/3 of a cup, and that makes, it says about a cup. I love when they say about. You know it's less. 8 servings come in this pack. So we've got 1 and 4. And there's your box. Now, when it came out, it didn't fill up the container. There's probably about a 1/4 of a gap from the top to the container. So yeah, I gotta figure out how to smush this down. How much did I pay for all of this? This cost me on Amazon, I'll just round it up. It was, I think, $118.89, but you know, with tax and everything. So I'll say a little over $120 for all this food, which is not bad. Considering. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the powdered stuff that I got. Here is buttermilk. This is from Hoosier Hill Farms, and honestly I thought it was a little bit bigger, but that's my fault because I did not look at this. I just looked at the serving size and not how big it was, and I thought, oh, that sounds like a lot of servings, but really, I mean, it is, but it should have been more now that I look at one of the other containers that I got. So I will do a little more research to see if I can find anything bigger than this. If not, then we'll continue to get these and stock up. This is a great idea. If you can see, it's buttermilk, and it is 30 calories for 1 tablespoon. Now, this I thought was a great idea because I use buttermilk occasionally. Like I go and buy a little half gallon of buttermilk, whole buttermilk, to make biscuits, cornbread. There's a pie that I make. It's a buttermilk pie that I make. But the bad thing is I never use all of the buttermilk at one time. And so sometimes it goes bad and it's just a waste, because I'm not going to drink it. I'm not one of those that drinks buttermilk, though I had family members that love buttermilk and just would pour them a glass and drink it. This I might actually just use when I need to use for my baking and making biscuits and stuff, and then I'm not wasting. So I have a feeling I'll go through this a little bit quicker and it'll be easier to replace. The next thing that I got is more of that cheese sauce, the powdered cheese sauce. I did get a pack in there. This is the same. It serves 56. 1 tablespoon is 35 calories. So this I'll have a hard time using because I don't really like powdered cheese. You know, growing up, I was a Kraft macaroni. I say Kraft macaroni because we were poor. We could not afford Kraft macaroni and cheese. It was a treat if we got Kraft macaroni and cheese. So we just bought the little, you know, generic whatever, you know. I think back when I was young, they were like 10 cents a box. I mean, they weren't expensive. And I liked it, but now as I've gotten older and I really don't eat a whole lot of processed food, it's disgusting to me now. So, but in an emergency, to add a little bit of flavor and maybe kind of taste like cheese so that you don't feel deprived, this will work out great. I also have, I'll show you. So I do have Kraft macaroni and cheese just because, and these are for emergencies. We're getting ready to build us something in the back to store all this stuff. But I got these for emergencies, but you better believe I got Kraft macaroni and cheese. And these were on a good deal. I think they were 50 cents a box when I got them on sale. I also got, I'll show you something else. I know I'm getting sidetracked. But these were on sale, so I got these little rice-a-ronis and stuff like that. So these will go also in our emergency supply. This kind of stuff definitely have to be eaten sooner. So what I will do with these is once we get down to having to eat them and it's not an emergency, I will doctor it up and put real cheddar cheese and all that yummy stuff in it to kind of make it not taste quite so processed. So yes, I got a few variety of those. What else did I get? Oh, things that were on sale. So I got some Annie's macaroni and cheese. I did get some organic, and I think this is like Velveeta cheese. I'm not certain. It might be a packet, but so I try to, when they're on sale, pick up healthier things. Some other things that we are stocking up on. I've got pasta. I've got a whole bunch more dry milk, oatmeal, a ton of oatmeal. And I try to stock up on my flour and all that stuff. Of course, you know, I have big containers that keep it sealed tight. So let's go. I'm getting sidetracked. So the last thing I have is butter. I thought, oh my gosh, butter would be great. And I didn't realize they make a powder butter. That is so crazy. Now, this was the kind of can that I was thinking these other ones would be. This one is 1 tablespoon is 35 calories and 204 servings. And it even has some recipes on the bag. Now this says, so this is shelf life for 10 years on this one. And you just add water. So the calories aren't bad for 1 tablespoon. I mean, that's less than actual real butter. Now, it does make me a little nervous. It's not grass-fed, grass-finished, but again, in an emergency, you got to do what you got to do. So it tells you how to do it, how to make it, and you shape it. I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, and it even has a thing, like if you open it, you can put what the date and everything is that you open it. These have, I wonder if these have the shelf life on here. I can't read small print even with my bifocals. I need glasses so bad. This doesn't say the shelf life, at least I'm not seeing it. I got everything that you saw here today, I got off Amazon. Just a quick note on some of the other things that I have stocked up on. When pasta sauce, like spaghetti sauce and all that, go and sell those cans. You know, you can get them for $1. I have several of those. I even am stocking up on salsa because, you know, you might want a little something and add some flavor, and that's an easy way to add flavor. I've stocked up on brown rice and white rice. Brown rice doesn't last as long as white rice, but you know, I'll be cycling that out and using it. And if at the time I have brown rice, it's, you know, it's definitely healthier for you, so I'd rather have that. I'm going to try to stock up on beans. So those are just a few things and that we have extra that we're trying to stock up on. I also will try to stock up on a few snacks and stuff because, you know, you're going to want some snacks in between, and so I'll be doing that as well. Of course, again, you will have to rotate because all that stuff doesn't last as long as the emergency meal kits do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry about you missing out on all those fun bloopers and me getting really aggravated with the stupid lid. So now I have to figure out how to fit all this stuff back in and get the lid closed. So now might be some more not so nice words. But thank y'all so much for watching, and if you would like to hit the like button and subscribe, that would be awesome. Just to let you know, I don't do a lot of these videos, but I do a lot of cooking. Thankful that I was raised by my grandmother and I got to learn a lot of great cooking from her. And you know, we didn't have YouTube or any of that stuff, social media, back when I was little, and it was just getting in the kitchen. I mean, I remember my earliest memory was I was probably 4 or 5, and I would stand on a little stool and she'd have me making things, and she even bought me kids cookbooks, and I had a little oh, what is that little cooking thing? I can't think of now what it was, where you push the cakes in. Magic oven, or I can't remember now what it was. Leave me in the comments if you remember. I know once I stop the video I will remember what that was called. But she used to, instead of buying the packets to make those little cakes, because again, we grew up on a farm, we weren't, you know, we didn't have a lot of money, she would give me recipes that I could make up my own cake mix, and I would actually make homemade cakes in my little Easy Bake Oven. I remember, in my Easy Bake Oven. So yeah, so I've been cooking since I was very, very young, and I'm just thankful that I was able to be in the kitchen with my grandmother, and learn all this stuff. And you know, like I said, you're not going to see a lot of this stuff on here. And there is even some of, I do Mustang. I have a Mustang that I like to do in car shows, and so you'll see some of that too. But mostly it's cooking. So if you're interested in my channel, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I appreciate y'all watching, and y'all have a wonderful, fabulous day. Take care.